This is a tarot reading for Virgo. Spirit, can I please receive some guidance for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know at this time? The shadow side, so addiction, codependency, karma, which is judgment, the King of Swords, so this could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, someone with air energy, Knight of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer energy, Queen of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer energy. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer energy. Five of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. And the Emperor. So I'm going to go straight to all this cup energy. So too much cup energy is not a good thing. So if it's too, because cups has to do with emotions. So if you're not balanced emotionally, then what will happen is you'll become you're not going to be a good person to be around. So you'll be very emotional, you'll be lashing out, you'll be up and down, and it won't be a good scene. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but we'll get some clarification with that. And so this looks like you or someone in your life is going through some struggles with addictions. Let's see. King of Cups. Clarification, please. King of Cups. Justice. The World. The Empress. So I feel like this situation that you're involved with was very hard because you or the other person didn't feel like you were being heard. So there was a lot of emotional undertone, but it was because you weren't being validated. How you were feeling was just being brushed aside, and it just kept going on and on and on. And then someone became became resentful because of it. And then they started to lash out and act in ways that were not, that weren't supporting the situation. So basically both individuals were lacking within themselves, and then that lack was being bounced off of each other. So you're just reflecting each other's lack. So both of you want the same thing. Both of you want to feel loved and feel supported and nurtured, but both of you were lacking that and unable to provide that for yourself, and you were expecting the other person to give it to you, and they were unable to because they couldn't do it for themselves. And so that's why things became unbalanced, and that's why there was this addiction. So this was like, I feel like it just got really toxic. It was just like a really bad scene. Words were flying everywhere. People were projecting. It was just like really bad. And it's interesting because you got both the King and the Queen of Cups. So this is the mirroring energy. And then you received the Emperor and the Empress. So this is the mirroring energy as well. So these are each other's counterparts. So you want to have your counterpart looking at you and you feeling secure and you know, each other, supporting one another and uplifting each other. And in this situation, it wasn't like that. So it was very blocked. You know, he was kind of like, I want this. This is what I want. Da, da, da. And she's like, da, da, da. And so that's coming to an end. And you guys are finding balance. You either found balance within the relationship, or you've had to leave the relationship, and you're entering into a new phase. So you're entering into a completely new cycle. And I mean, if you guys are in the process of working things out, maybe you guys are going to counseling, or, you know, you've just been being very mindful of the words that you say to one another. Maybe you're having to, you know, try the method of like writing things down and like, you know, making sure that you know what you're going to say before you say it, and then like sitting down and like sharing that with them. Somebody's worried about like security, financial security. Someone's being afraid that they're going to be turned away, that they're not going to have, that they're going to be lacking. So let's see here. Yeah, it's because it hasn't been equal. So now this is also indicating like a completely new cycle. So the world and the wheel. And so this is because someone's decided that they're going to start valuing themselves. They're gonna really get grounded and focus on what they need. This is earth energy. Virgo is earth energy. So before you were operating on the water energy, you were too much in your emotions, and now you're getting more grounded and more stable in yourself. And so you're still going to be operating like lovingly, but you're going to be, the love is going to be from within. It's going to be, you know, it's like balancing the earth with the water. You have to water the earth to receive growth, to grow a plant or grow a flower or whatever. So yeah, so that's good. And that's because you decided to just like, you know, be done with things that are not that dynamic. You're done with that dynamic because this is what you want. You want to be in a dynamic where everyone's supported and uplifted and it's happy and loving and content, as opposed to like going back and forth. Like, you guys are both afraid of the same things. You guys both have the same fears, you know, and as you can see this, so this is what you guys were mirroring off of one another, is the fears. But one person has to be the bigger person and say, okay, like this isn't working, this isn't healthy, we need to try something different. And doing something different means that you detach, and you detach lovingly, and just, you know, allow what, you know, what may be, what happens in the future will happen in the future. You can't worry about that. You just be here in the present, and you do what you need to do, little by little, and eventually things will start to get better. So once again, we have another mirroring. So it's very interesting. So now we have these two. So these two are also sitting back to back. And that's air energy. So that's like Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. So what's going on with this mirroring? What's the best way, best approach to deal with this? Or just some overall insight, please. Here we go. So the Temperance. So it's just adding just the right amount of ingredient for it to be able to create something new. You got to be very particular in how much you're adding and at what time. So you're just like, you have to create your own recipe. And so I was thinking about how I was saying the water. So you have the water air, you have the water energy in this reading, the air and the earth and the fire. So you have all four elements, and then it guides me to the wheel. So same here, you have all the elements that you need. So the elements speak to the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual self. So what do you need to do with all of those energies individually and then together to get to a state where you're able to create like the ultimate recipe? What do you have to do? So do you have to, like I had suggested earlier, you know, start doing some self-reflection, journaling, affirmations, and just really be clear on what it is that you want. Meditating, making sure that you're exercising, stop drinking. Like if you've been drinking, stop drinking, or like tone it down on the drinking. Same with, so like the fire energy. So fires represents creativity. So what can you do to stimulate your brain in other ways to distract yourself from the things that are, you know, like, I mean, we get so fixated on things that we can't really fix. So if you can't fix that person, what can you do? You can fix you. So what can you do to fix you? You can start focusing your energy on amplifying your energy. So you can start being more creative. Somebody really needs to start exercising. And then with the water energy, so the water is about the emotions. So that's about self-reflection, you know, going to a counselor, talking to your counselor about how you're feeling, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to express how you're feeling. You know, giving yourself permission to cry. If you feel like you have to cry, just cry. You know, don't hold it back. Don't stuff it in, stuff it down. Just let it go, release. And so you got the water, earth, so grounding, go outside for walks. Anything to get you really physically grounded. And air, so that's the mind. So, you know, getting clear, like clearing your thoughts, meditating, definitely start working on some meditating. And so when you combine all these elements together, then you're going to start feeling better. Don't be afraid. Here we go. This fool is not afraid. He's just ready to jump. He's ready. He's on the edge of the cliff. He's on the precipice. He's ready for a new beginning. He's ready for a new phase. He's ready for a new experience. Don't be afraid. I know it's hard. I know it's fearful. I know all about it. It's fucking scary. But you can't be afraid. You just have to keep moving forward. You have to just let your heart lead you. You have to trust. And when you do, amazing things will happen. Believe. You are loved, you are supported, you are taken care of, and Spirit Source wants only the best for you. But you have to trust and you have to believe. And yes, maybe there's a major fear of not having security. And that's what this card represents. It represents not having security, but you have everything you need, even if it's just a small amount. You know, you have your mind, you have your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual self. You have your whole being, and that's all you need. and then a little bit of trust, a little bit of faith, and you'll be on your way. So that's what Spirit's suggesting. Just stay grounded, move through the elements, allow for time, the transitioning, integration, allowing, believing, and then just give it some time. And then before you know it, things are going to start, things are going to be better. So, yeah, that's my suggestion. And so I hope you found this helpful. If so, please let me know in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate it. And my information is in the description if you'd like to book a personal reading. So that's pretty much it. So much love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.